Hi, I'm Lucy. I study chemistry here at the University of Glasgow. I'm doing my PhD, which means I've finished my first degree in chemistry and I've stayed on to do some extra research at the university. Today I'm going to be showing you the iodine clock reaction, which is great for understanding the effect of temperature on the rate of reaction. First, I'm going to put my lab glasses and my lab gloves on. Now I'm going to turn on and set the water bath to 30 degrees, but it may fluctuate slightly during the experiment. We're going to start by pouring out each chemical into a beaker. We're going to be using a 20ml pipette. I'll start by washing the pipette. I'll attach the pipette filler to the pipette, making sure to hold it at the very top. Draw up the solution so that the pipette is half filled. I'll take off the pipette filler and close the top with my thumb. I'll now rinse the solution around the pipette, spinning it, and then drain it into the waste beaker. I'll now reattach the pipette filler and fill the pipette up to the mark, making sure to read from the bottom of the meniscus. The meniscus is the bottom of the curve of the liquid when in the pipette. In the water bath, I have 2 test tubes held in place with clamp stands. I'll now drain the pipette into the first test tube. I also add a few drops of the starch indicator into this same test tube. Test tube 1 now contains the potassium persulfate and the starch indicator. I'm now going to repeat the pipette washing for the other 2 chemicals using a 20ml and 10ml pipette. I'm measuring out 20 milliliters of potassium iodide. I'm measuring out 10 milliliters of sodium thiosulfate. Test tube 2 contains 20 milliliters of potassium iodide and 10 milliliters of sodium thiosulfate. Now I add thermometers to each test tube and give them both a stir. I'll now leave them to come up to temperature. They should be the same temperature, and we've set the bath to 30 degrees. After a few minutes, I'll come back and check that they've reached 30 degrees. Once I'm happy they're both at temperature, I will take the thermometer out of the second test tube and pour the contents carefully into the first. Immediately starting my timer. It's important to give the solution a good stir. Now watch your reaction carefully until a colour change happens. This should be from colourless to a dark black-blue colour. It will happen very suddenly. Once the colour change happens, immediately stop the timer. This reaction will take different amounts of time depending on the temperature, so watch carefully. There are additional resources explaining the chemistry behind this iodine clock reaction on the festival's website. I really hope you enjoyed that reaction and I hope you continue to study chemistry. Maybe one day we'll see you here at the University of Glasgow.